The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus went across the Sea of Galilee. A large crowd followed him because they saw the signs he was performing on the sick. Jesus went up on the mountain, and there he sat down with his disciples. The Jewish feast of Passover was near. When Jesus raised his eyes and saw that a large crowd was coming to him, he said to Philip, "Where can we buy enough food for them to eat?" He said this to test him because he himself knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough for each of them to have a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what good are these for so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people recline." Now there was a great deal of grass in that place. So the men reclined, about 5,000 in number. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed them to those who were reclining, and also as much of the fish as they wanted. When they had had their fill, he said to his disciples, "Gather the fragments left over so that nothing will be wasted." So they collected them and filled 12 wicker baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves that had been more than they could eat. When the people saw the sign he had done, they said, "This is truly the prophet, the one who is to come into the world." Since Jesus knew that they were going to come and carry him off to make him king, he withdrew again to the mountain alone. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Hi, this is Father Nick Smith, Parochial Vicar of Christ the King Parish in Des Moines. This miracle story is one that is very familiar to us who hear the Gospel proclaimed week after week. The miracle of the multiplication of the loaves and fishes occurs in all 4 Gospels. Let us hear this with fresh ears, though, again today, especially because Jesus places himself in the position of the shepherd who feeds his flock. We're told in John's Gospel that there was a great deal of grass in that place. This is not just a throwaway detail, but St. John is recalling for us the great Psalm 23, the Good Shepherd Psalm. "The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. In green pastures he gives me repose." Jesus is the fulfillment of that shepherd imagery which King David was over Israel. And so Jesus is not only a shepherd who gives rest and nourishment, but he's also a king with divine authority. Let us take heed of the divine shepherd's words today and his actions, that he feeds us, that he wants to feed us with his word and with his body and blood poured out for us in the Eucharist. May God bless you, and let us continue praying for each other.